Hey, everyone. I am so excited about 2024, though I feel like I have to practice that number. How did we get to 2024? Okay. Is this possible? Okay, like, isn't it still 1998? Okay, so we have so much going on at Eat Like a Bear. If you're finding us new, we're weight loss. Many of us are one meal a day eaters. I know that sounds crazy. Got people eating two meals. It all sounds crazy, but it's driving massive amounts of weight loss success. So I want you to learn why we do it, why it seems to be working so well. And there are so many resources for you. We're 5.5 years in now and just seeing amazing life changes. So I'm glad you found us. And so if you're new, we would like think of the wedding, new, used, borrow, or blue. So if you're new, used, okay, borrowed. I don't know what that would mean, or blue. I don't know what that. If you're new, or if you're a continuing member, we'll just stick with that. Okay. Welcome. And there is stuff for all of us. It is going to be such a great January because for one thing, we have our 6 days of soup challenge and that many people are probably starting this Monday since it's Monday and it's January 1st. That seems obvious, but I know people have already started, and I know people are coming in late. And so I expect people to be in our 6 days of soup challenge like through February even. Just as people find us and they get started, it's going to be such a great place to start. And I've already gotten lots of comments like I don't like soup or I'm in Australia and it's burning up hot down here. That is hard to imagine here in, the United States. But okay, what you can do is you can do other recipes. Like I'm not going to run around looking at what you're eating, okay? And we're launching a new browser-based tool. It's, like an app, okay? And you can get in and you can select 6 recipes for yourself. That you don't have to even include one soup. But what if you want like I want a soup and a salad? We got you because you can get into the recipe app and you can get both. I just realized my email thing is still open. And so I don't know if you can hear that, but I just shut it down. So you can customize your own 6 days in the app. So the app, we'll be talking about all this, but the app, it's eatlikeabearrecipes.com, and it is a premium app. So it's going to cost money, but you can get in for 7 days and just try it out. That's free. Okay. But I am asking everybody to get in and put some money down for at least this first month to try it, make use of it. Just like it's a huge value. It really truly is, but it's like a double, triple, quadruple value because not only is the price ridiculously low for everybody here, it's because I'm really banking on a whole lot of people getting in it. And our December, January revenue for it will 100% go to our community building activities that we have for the spring. And so, if you're new here, especially, or if you've been kind of not paying attention, we have a massive community wide activity in April. And it currently has zero funding, but zero is going to go up because all of the money from December, these few days in December plus January, will go to that community building activity. And so this is right now, I mean, the price is so cheap. The value in itself is huge. Just that. All right. But then all those dollars get put into the whole community, which is going to like double, triple the value that you get from it. Because you too, you're part of this community and you will benefit from just the massive like energy, positivity of all of that we will be doing. And I can tell you we can do far more of it. And I mean, I certainly will be far more positive about all of it if I have like gas money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously, we have zero budget for it. I mean, times are tough. I mean, I know it. And so I get it. I have my own household and I see it. But also, it all affects like our revenue back here at Eat Like a Bear and what we can provide, which gets painful. And so we have put all of the revenue of these 5 years of Eat Like a Bear into Eat Like a Bear and not taking salaries, by the way. And so we don't have like cushion back here for other things at all. So January, get in and use the app. Huge value, huge value. Amazing tool, and I'm pleased about it. And it's priced for everyone to be able to afford it and to change their lives. But anyway, but we're talking about soup today. We're really talking about 2024. And because the soup challenge is just a way for us, in a new way to just get excited and to just go do something. And these short little challenges are good because no one has to make a big commitment to it. 6 days, but it is enough to start to see some results. So that's why we're doing it. But just as a little spoiler, is we have way too many things we're launching right now. This will roll over into a 30-day challenge, and you'll get more information about that. But it's going to be the biggest 30-day challenge we've ever done. Bigger than some of you were in one in August through September, where it was meet or beat my weight loss. And because I'm like, I got to lose weight. My pants were tight. That's a whole story. I'm going to be telling that story. But I'm on a diet. Like I'm on a diet in January, and the challenge is going to be to meet or beat my weight loss. Maybe Wrangler Bears too. You're going to hear more about Wrangler Bear because Wrangler Bear is a legend and an idiot like a bear. Okay, so we'll talk more about that too. So many things to talk about. Focus. Focus. I'm really, really excited about these challenges. We have the soup. That's what focus everybody. The soup challenge. You need to get in and put your email in, and because then I will be sending out like more educational content to people who want that. And the only way I determine that is by if you put your email in. So I know I have a bunch of your email addresses already. So it's not about that. It is about when I sit down to say like, hey, yeah, soups sometimes aren't that filling, but maybe you should try this or this or this. And I send out that email. I will send it out to the people who joined the soup challenge. That's my plan. So not like everybody on the email list. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are, just just on there and hanging out and not interested in it. So I'm not going to send you those emails. Okay. So express an interest. And yes, I will be sending out the recipes for it tonight. And then anyone who joins up, say you join up Thursday, today's Wednesday, say you join up Thursday, in your welcome email, you'll get the recipes. That they are not currently in the welcome email, but they're coming very soon. And the reason they're not here yet is I'm busy. So we got all this stuff going on, and I'm on like holiday vacation currently. So it's all coming, all of it. And then we will all be in a just amazing 30-day challenge in January. I'm actually super excited about it. And I will say these words have never come out of my mouth before. I'm excited about a 30-day weight loss challenge. Seriously, I am legit excited about it. I have set some things up for myself to just ensure success because, by the way, y'all are going to need to bring your A games if you're going to meet or beat my weight loss. And seriously, back when we did it in the early fall and people were on fire, everyone was on fire except kind of me. And that's a whole other story. But I've learned and I'm coming in hot, real hot. So there will be fire from right here. And it's starting with the 6 days of soup. So my heavy sigh. Boy, there's a lot going on. And I'm on vacation. Okay, that's crazy. Take a breath. What we're going to do today is a big thing. We're a few days from January, and one of the most impactful things any of us can do, especially if you haven't quite buckled in yet, because I know some people are buckled. Like I think Virginia's buckled. So I think we're going to see Virginia. Yep, Virginia. Okay, we're going to hear from Virginia. But if you're not if you're like in the transition to being buckled, it is a very, very good time in your head right now to get yourself ready. Set your intentions. Start ratcheting things down because just the process of ratcheting is your intentions. All right. And we talked last week in last week's live video in the den about things that just doing things to plan for your launch is highly impactful. And I talked about like getting a weighted vest because I'm going to be doing hiking my whole 30 days. I'm hiking 5 miles every single day. That's part of what I'm doing, and I'm so excited about that point, especially. That's really why I'm super excited. And so I was looking into, like, a weighted vest. I still haven't gotten one, but just that process of even thinking, like, "Oh, I will be hiking 5 miles a day in January, and so should I have a weighted vest?" Has my brain really oriented to what I'm doing in January. And by the way, because I do get this question and clarification all the time, you do not have to exercise one bloody bit to lose weight. You don't. Okay. I didn't exercise for my first 75 pounds. And even then, I sort of just got out and walked because I could. And I was so delighted to be able to get out. And I had had an injured knee and was really laid up, but then I was free. And so I walked and started to swim a few months after that, and then springtime came and I was able to hike, and I got out and hiked just like crazy, because I could, okay? And so it was like a natural progression. I've never done any kind of exercise like it, not in this phase of my life of, the trainer says to do so many reps or my heart rate or just any of that. None of that. So if you see me out hiking, it's because this is what is touching my heart deeply. It'll drive massive weight. I mean, it does help with weight loss, but the biggest thing that helps with weight loss is actually the food that you're eating. And so, okay, I am going to scroll and look for comments. I see all of you guys and where you're from, and I feel like there is a overrepresentation maybe of West Coasters this morning, and especially Californians, or is it like my own brain? Because I was like, I'm going to Hemet. I'm going. I'm just like looking at everybody's, and yeah, Vancouver. I'm like, Hemet is on the way to Vancouver, right? Right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But now that Geraldine in Louisiana and Judy may be around here too. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then okay, so now I'm seeing all the Heartland people because Eat Like a Bear is really strong, strong, strong in the Heartland. I don't know if you guys realize that, but really strong. Yeah, especially when you consider I'm from California. So, and I think a lot of you guys in the Heartland hold that against me. I'm but I'm in cowboy country of California, just to tell you. The population in my zip code is 217 or 10 or something like that. So, I'm not traditional or stereotypical California, I hope. I hope. Okay, just scrolling down. Okay. And, oh, okay, Chana says, "Does the new app have all your recipes?" Almost all. So we're still working on adding some, but they will very soon have all. But yeah, it's our intention that they're just all in there. And not only that, there are new recipes in there already. And that is the thing that we are doing with this app. Okay. So, guys, we're crushing our challenges. All right. I mean, completely like let's not like, oh, shiny new app. Woo. No, no, okay. It's a tool and it's going to help us. It's going to generate money for the Eat Like a Bear platform and community immediately, okay? So that's exciting. That's very exciting to me since I have none. But let's first the challenges, okay? And getting your head ready and individually you're doing these things and like just get in there and there will be so much energy. I just hope we can all just feel it because we do need something extra, that extra push. It's hard to be, to maintain the discipline, to be consistent every single day, but it's everyone doing it together that's going to be very, very powerful. And I have the great hope that we will have better funding here at Eat Like a Bear, and it will be funded through this recipes app. And so the vision is that basically all of the ones from the book are in there. There's some that aren't, but they will be soon. So that's just us getting ready. But what we will do is so I've already put up a link. I put it up a couple of times, but we're going to have an area for you to submit ideas like, "Hey, I really need my grandma's soup kind of tweaked." And then we look at it like, "Ooh, that's a cool soup." And then we create it and we put it in the app. And so that's the idea that we have other meal approaches because, we have the ridiculously big salad, the ridiculously big skillet, the ridiculously big soup. And it's a very crafted framework and like predictable amounts of, fat and vegetables and all of that. Well, so I've been working on like a air fryer sheet pan kind of thing. Again, one meal, everything's in it, one pan, easy, because the whole thing about all of this, and I think a big reason for the success we're seeing in this community, and it's represented in the 6 Days of Soups recipes. So and everyone here should be in that. So you can see it, you can participate. They're easy. So, so easy. And it is my philosophy that we all need to find, if you can find even a handful of recipes that, I can whip this up in 5 to 10 minutes and I can keep the ingredients around. Maybe you have a small freezer. And so you have certain things in there. And that when, you wake up, it's a bad day and you're like, I am not going to chop garlic. Well, good. That's fine. How about if you just grab the frozen cauliflower florets out of your freezer, the carton of broth, um, and what is some protein items you've put away, some other things you've done to prepare, and then that's it. You've handled it. You have handled it because you guys, it's the bad days where our weight loss completely falls apart. We all know that. That's just very obvious, and so we have to prepare for that. If we are not actively preparing for those bad days, it's highly predictable that we're eating, out at the drive-through or something. It just is. It is, and I mean, I don't blame anybody. But let's get ready, let's prepare. We have a better day. Like, I feel pretty chipper today. It would be a good day for me to, cook up some extra ground beef and put it in the freezer, those kinds of things. That's our meal approach here. And so we're putting those things up. We're making a plan. And part of that plan is figuring out what recipes you like that are driving your weight loss so that those are the things that you're eating on those days. Okay. Anyway, we will have more and more of those. So this is such a long ramble from the question about are all the recipes in there? Yeah, basically. And so you'll find them. They're easy. They're digital. And we will be adding to them. So there will be just, I hope, mountains. Like a year from now, okay, let's get a clip here. So we should, a year from now, like how many are going to be in there? Because I think now there's only about 75 recipes in there or something like that. And it's a really good foundation, super good foundation. But what about a year from now? How big will it be? An amazing collection from ideas from you guys. That's what I'm looking for. And what really inspired this was realizing if we had a tool, because you guys know I'm like a frugal shopper type of person. So I am. And it's just like in my blood, in my blood. I feel like it wouldn't matter how much money I ever earned. I used to earn actual money and I was still a frugal shopper. And so the idea of going into the grocery store, maybe you got your phone with you maybe, and then you see the pork shoulders on sale. And so you open up this tool and you look and get some ideas and get some salad ingredients or skillet ingredients or whatever else that are going to go with that pork shoulder that you just got. And that's the basic idea of the app. But you can use it. I'm here on a desktop doing this video. You could definitely just on your desktop get in, play around, and generate shopping lists if you'd like. Just print off the recipe itself if you'd like. Whatever the case. There's also reviews. So reviews in it, like salad kits now. There's a number of salad kit reviews. There's another review. Oh, it's the green giant cauliflower. Has anyone seen that? It's like the family size mashed cauliflower with bacon flavor or something. It's good. So there's my review talking about how I used this thing and kind of in that case, I think I used it in a one meal model and how I adapted it into that. But there could be recipe or I guess reviews like this. I don't anticipate a bunch of beverages in there, but like, oh, well, I looked at the ingredients and, this or this and whatever the case. So anyway, thumbs up, vitamin water. Okay. But yeah, there's no beverages in there. That right now there's just a few reviews, but that's an area of development as well. And oh, you guys all need to look at this part. There's an area that's like family recipes. And oh, there's one that uses, I need to put this in Facebook. There's one that uses Thanksgiving and Christmas leftovers for your kids, like a little mug meal that they can make in the microwave. And it has, like the turkey and this, I don't know, green beans in it or something. And it's this little mug meal. And that recipe type is one that kids could learn to make themselves or you could, certainly make it as you're whipping your own thing up. And so there's going to be a strand of those things like, what is my family going to eat while I'm eating this stuff? Well, because the family doesn't like this. I'm like, come on. My kids actually increasingly eat more of what I eat. But they also can make their own sandwich, and, "Oh, they don't know how?" Well, my kid will teach yours because there's actually a video with Alistair showing someone how to make a ham sandwich, and we've got one rolling around here with Frederick, he's the older one, and man, he makes it look cool, like, he is a good salesman. Selling the sandwich making. You'll find those in there. So get in, anyone can try the app out for there's a free trial for 7 days, so you can just do that. But stay in and stay in forever, but especially stay in this month because that is the money that we're going to use for our community activities. So there you go. Just scrolling down. Boy, I'm chatty, scaring y'all. Okay. Oh, Deep Den. Oh, Myron, Deep Den. You're like a founding member price in the Deep Den. No, you're all the Deep Den people are. You should. Are you checking your emails, Myron? Because in the Deep Den, so just shoot a message support@eatlikeabear.com and you'll have access to it. Okay. So no, it's not. It's not in addition. Let's see. Um, the Deep Den is open again, by the way, for new monthly subscribers, but there's way too much out here to talk about to even talk about that. But anyone who's there's I know a few people have been asking and waiting. Um, Loretta is asking about the app. And so in the description for this video, you can find a link and it's like I link it as like the recipe finder tool. Okay. And so it's not you don't have to download it because it's a browser-based tool. So you just log in and then you use it in your browser. And there's a whole video that walks you through it. You I think you do have to put a card in when you sign up. It's one of those, like, put the card in, but the card doesn't get billed for 7 days. And so then you get in, you're like, "Okay, I wanna unsubscribe," and you can unsubscribe, and you didn't pay for those 7 days. But I'm asking everyone to get in and subscribe because we got a lot of good stuff coming. A lot of good stuff coming, including, a lot of content that's gonna be related to that 30-day there will be exclusive content that's for people in the Deep Den and in the app. And so that's just to get all you guys in there because we seriously, we need the revenue for our eclipse activities and related things. It's all about, I say the eclipse activities, that whole ball of wax that we have going on in the spring is about building the stories in this community and just I feel like doing better with getting them documented, getting them out there so that we can be inspired by them, but also, guys, I mean, did you did you see Jeannie's post in the stories group yesterday? And, the, anyway, and one of our bears is in hospice, and it's just, you know, it's time to get our stories out there. It is. That's all. Okay. Whew. And people asking about where to get the app, where to get the 6 days of soup. It's in the video description here. And so you need to get your email in there so that I send out those emails to you. The app, video description. And there's a number of other resources, probably pretty much all the resources anyone here needs are in the description of this app. I put a whole string of them. Okay. Let's see. And Tina says, we have a lot of watchers here. Please click the like button. Let's go from 13 to 108. Do we have 173 people watching, right? I think that's amazing. Thank you, Tina. I think that's really okay. Too busy yapping, not even paying attention. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so people wondering about the links. Yep. And um yeah, so Judy is saying the app will be another tool in our arsenal, just like maps is a tool for journeys. It can take us places we've never been to safely and with confidence. I love that, Judy. I love it. And yes, definitely, it's another tool, and it's kind of getting the tool that it is for, like, just that getting in and getting the recipes is, then gonna fund things that really I feel like, it's like what's necessary and sufficient for weight loss. And the food, like what we're eating, is necessary. It has to be on point if we are going to lose the weight, but is it sufficient? And I feel like it's that extra part that is easy to overlook, and we never want to overlook it. And so the app is paying, it is access to that necessary part. I mean, or the 6 days of soup, you can get in there, just do those over and over again, so there's that. So but the app will make that necessary part, give you more resources for it, for that eating part. And it will have some elements of psychology baked in there as well, but its main function is for the recipes. And so it will be a very, very helpful tool. But if we're really going to just go into the sky with the success of this community, we need the additional. And that is where our stories come in, content that's going to help us stay focused and inspired. And that's content that if we're going to do this successfully, it needs to be out there, it needs to be public, it needs to be available, it needs to be free, in my opinion, and not because we're all a bunch of cheapskates, though some of us are. I am not. I am not. I'm really not. I'm just frugal. I think there's a difference. Anyway, and it's not because it's because like our future selves who maybe unsubscribe from the app or whatever the case, need to have access to that stuff when we need it. Okay. And our friends and family, we want them to have access to it. So this is my goal, is that we use this revenue from, like, especially this push into those community resources. That's that's my vision. We'll see. Let's see how we do. See how we do. Okay. Um, let's see. Getting customer service questions. Yeah, so anyone with any kind of customer service question should email support@eatlikeabear.com. And, we're all back here and regular people and we'll figure it out for you. So, um, all that. Yep. So, um, yeah. Okay. And yeah, so Stephanie's having a problem. I'm not sure, Stephanie, and I don't, so if you've been charged incorrectly, I mean, we can just refund that. So this is not, you guys, there's nothing to worry about. And there could be little glitches. I don't know. And it's in the process of like helping Stephanie that we will learn what those little glitches are. And so anyway, but things like a charge with those, that just refund. So don't let any of that worry you, because we actually roll people back here, and not looking to charge it unfairly or whatever. So all that said, there may be an issue with the 7-day trial in the event of using PayPal. And I'm not sure we can fix that, because that might just be a PayPal issue. And in that case, use something besides PayPal. I don't know. Just, I don't, it, gosh, there's so many issues sometimes with these things. Let's see. Oh, Lisa, your whole family. That's exciting. That is awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's a thing. It's soups. The soups are good. This is a really good one to have for your whole family. And the recipes that are coming are intended for a one meal a day, one person serving, but all of them totally scale well. And I find, so Lisa, I don't know how many you're going to be feeding, because Lisa has 2 grown children, but they're one's out of the nest and just all that. But just to give you a sense, when for my family, my husband, my 2 basically grown kids, I might double the recipe, and then they have a portion, and then I have, like, a lot of it. So, just to give you a sense, because 'cause they're not one meal a day eaters at all. Yep. Um Yeah. Yeah, and Stephanie, yeah, saying no emails came. I'll tell you guys, this part is, this sounds like BS or something. This is completely true. There are server problems with emails all the time. And so our email server, I pay the top dollar for it. I really do. Y'all would be shocked at what I pay for the server. And it's because it does reduce the number of like misfires or just whatever else. But there's a server on the receiving end. And so we've had traditionally, Anna Sewell can vouch, we've had issues with Comcast. Like, does Comcast not like us? Is Comcast just what's going on with Comcast, for instance? And sometimes it'll be seasons. This is the bad Comcast season. And there's what do you do? That I don't have a clue what to do. And so there are definitely little glitches. And if but some of them are solved by simply emailing in because sometimes your email server will flag an inbound account. I don't know, it's all like robots, everything else. And and they're like, this is spam. Okay. Maybe it's in your spam folder. Maybe it's not. Maybe it doesn't ever get to your system. But if you email in support@eatlikeabear.com, that sends a signal to the robots that it's legit and that you want to have that communication. And then magic happens and you start to get the emails. For my part on this end, I try not to go completely bananas because it does drive me crazy. No, it doesn't because I'm not thinking about it. But the point is, anyone having a problem, email, seriously, support@eatlikeabear.com. The process of emailing it shockingly solves a lot of problems. Doesn't make sense? Sounds like BS. Yeah, I agree. It solves a lot of problems. So email, email and do this. Ugh, okay. Or like the Comcast problem, we had people just using alternative email addresses. Ugh, okay. Aw, Kathy, thank you. Kathy says, Amanda, you have been so generous with your time and knowledge that after I lost 50 pounds, I bought your books. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. And yes, and I mean, we're just we're trying to grow a message, and it's taken a lot of a lot of work and money. So thank you for the book purchases because I hope I've spent that wisely. Yeah, yeah. And so the thing about the books is so people who have the books, that's great. And those have a bunch of recipes and people and the books are driving massive success. And so if you're a book person, you should look at the books. Okay, for sure. For sure. The thing about the app is we will be able to have like fresh stuff just all the time. That's what's exciting about it. And we'll be building that. And so anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Let's see. Um, and Jude, let's see, is saying, is it possible to join the 30-day challenge without the app? But I have the books, or can we use the app for 1 month, then cancel? Jude, we have so much going on. I haven't thought about that. Yeah, okay, so yes, but start your 30 days soon, okay? And then I'll put the link, like, because what we're gonna have is we're gonna have yes, have but you need to be in the app because the app will be tied to the 30 days. And that's just what that is. And so it's a great deal right now, though. It really is. What you want to do is get in and get your 30 days done and get it reported. By the end of in the last parts of January, we'll have a link where you report in. And so get in, shoot, and do it and crush it. This is your fire to get started. Like you can't wait around now. You can't because you got to get going so that you can report in. I'm not going to finish my own 30 days until I'm not starting before January 8th because when I'm back home. I might be starting as late as January 10th or 12th, and then mine will be over, but I'm not going to report mine until the end of the reporting cycle, which will be into February. But you just jump in for 1 month and then just be sure you're done and report it. Okay. So we'll have the place to report before your month is up, and then that you can report there. That would be great. That'd be really great. Let's see. Um, Yeah, hey, Tana, so let's see. I lost 60 pounds and felt wonderful. I've been bad and gained some back. Yeah, yeah, it's our fault. It's so easy to do. Okay. but I don't know, calling ourselves bad or whatever. And so I am ready to start again and doing the 6-day soup challenge. Wonderful. We are going to have so many people in this category. And I have a video about this. And so look for that video. Let me, it's going to be on this channel, but in about 10 days, I'm going to put it on Facebook sooner than that. I'll send it out in an email. But on the difficulty of kind of getting restarted. And like the first time, there's that amazing like newness, and excitement, like, whoa, this works. And you're all excited. Well, the second time around, it works. That's, I mean, great and kind of exciting, but it's not the same, right? It's like that excitement, that newness. That's why we need things like the challenges. That's what's going to energize us and bring that excitement back. So, yeah. And Pat is asking, the 6-day soup challenge begins January 2nd. Well, so it begins when you want to begin. I think a lot of people are starting on Monday the 1st. But we're flexible. Now, Virginia's already started, I think. So again, let's see. Checking up. Mary says, I have the books too when I'm having a bad day. They help keep me on track. You know what I'd really love us to have as a tool, like a couple of magazines, that are crafted to just fill our hearts, but kind of keep the message around in there, but mainly like beautiful and focused on our new lives or something like that. And just like some beautiful photos and stuff. Cause yeah, I totally get what you're saying. And I hope today is a good day, Mary. But if it's a bad day or a mediocre day, I'm really glad you're here. Really, really glad. Let's see. And are the recipes out already? I assume this is the 6 days. They're coming in just a few hours because after this, I will check them one more time. I think they're basically done. And then I will work on that email and send it out. So people who have already signed up for the soup challenge or sign up in the next few hours, you'll get a welcome email that says, I will be sending those recipes out sometime in late December. Well, late December is coming at about probably, I'm guessing, 4 p.m. Eastern time. But then the emails always, so, it's one email and it goes out to however many people. And just so you know that it goes out over the course of some hours. And that is because of those things I was talking about, like the server things and all this stuff. Because what those robots do is they'll analyze the first batch. Like, say, I send out 20, you guys are going to know more about email than anyone needs to know. But say it goes out over 5 hours, 20% in 20% batches. And so the first 20% go out, and Comcast says, well, that has a high spam rate, so we're not going to let any more emails from that system come in. And they won't. Okay. And so we have a really good deliverability rate here because we have good software for it, but also because we have a very, very low spam rate or any of that. And really a low unsubscribe rate, but definitely a very, very low, maybe like historic low spam rate. So but that teaches then, Comcast learns like, oh, this is good email. So they let the other ones in. Anyway, it goes out over hours. Yep. And that's why. Way more like, I didn't wanna know that. You know what I mean? Like, why do I have to know this? I don't wanna know it. Okay, let's see. And Pat, I was, asking, so the Pat is asking about the recipes for the 6 days of soup. So it is crafted around a 1 meal a day, but divide it into 2 if you'd like. I will have information throughout the challenge on some of these topics. That's a very common question, like how to morph it into a 2 meal. Because really, Pat, I want you to do, I feel like the best strategy is to do the thing that you can see yourself just doing for the long haul, not for just 6 days. Now, a lot of people feel like they could never do the 1 meal, but then they try it and realize, wait, it wasn't that bad. I kind of like you guys to try it because I think for a lot of reasons it's easier. It's certainly more effective, and there's biological reasons for that, but there's especially psychology reasons for it. I'll send out emails, about some topics like that, in response to some of those common questions. And so, Pat, I want you to craft the thing that's right for you, and that's the key to success here at Eat Like a Bear. But I'll give you some ideas along the way about, why you might want to think in this direction or that direction. And then you can decide. You're like, no, Amanda says that's how she is with that, but I'm like this. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Seriously. Um, I mean, we're all different. And until we kind of recognize that and appreciate that and make our own best decisions, that's when we're going to win. Because, ultimately, I mean, we all know we're the ones paying the cost of our decisions. And while a lot of the things seem unfair, with other people being able to eat more, just all those things, we've only got one body. And it's the cards we were dealt, you know what I mean? And so we gotta play our hand, play it out. Gotta play it out, Pat. Just play it out however we can best play it, that's all. So, let's see. Okay, Judy, don't forget I should wear a T-shirt. Like it says, I don't know, like or something, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Um, okay. And, oh, Marilyn's been here since 2020. That's awesome. We had such a big year around here in 2020. It was like the growth and then I'm sure was a big part was COVID and people just stuck in there like, hmm. And like most of the world gained weight and then people finding us like, huh, maybe I'll be contrarian and lose weight in COVID. And we had a great successful like growth period here at Eat Like a Bear. Um, and so Kathy says, after being on one meal a day, I get impatient with all the wasted time spent on fixing and eating meals all day. Yeah, that is exactly how I feel about it. And also, if I can get to the point of satiation with my meal and then just like, psh, it's over, it just the day is easier for me in general. I mean, in the preparation department, but also I'm not thinking about food all day long. Oh, okay. You know what? So let's see. We got to get some of these ladies up here. Oh, look, Brenda's here too. Okay, so Virginia's been back and Anna has been back here. Just they're waiting patiently, saying Amanda is just yapping, yapping, yapping. Okay, Jackie Pick says, I love Eat Like a Bear because I don't like to cook. This is so quick and easy. Exactly. I don't mind cooking, but you know what? I sure like not having to. I do. I some days, it's like, oh, I feel like chopping up the garlic or whatever else, getting a little more flavor in there, experimenting or whatever else. But I do think a big part of my success has been in this giving myself permission that I don't have to chop the garlic, that I can eat the frozen broccoli florets that I didn't grow myself or get from a farmer's market or whatever else. I mean, it's so easy to make this complicated and to have those expectations for ourselves that the food will be a certain way, that it has to be a certain way. Um, no, it doesn't have to be. It needs to nourish us. Uh, and so we do want to take care that we're eating something that's nourishing, but does it have to be perfect? No. And does it have to be sort of fresh from your own garden? No. No. And so I come from a Whole Foods, like the real food community and movement. I know that movement really very well. I have been very active in it myself, and there is a lot of value to be had in it. But one of the things we can do is be free from requiring perfection of ourselves. Okay, so um, okay, Rosie. Okay, Rosie's husband's eating zuppa toscana. Awesome. Okay, okay, let's get these ladies on here, and that is wonderful. And yeah, and Kathy brings up Costco. Costco has organic fruits and vegetables, and so because any of us can level all of this stuff up at any time. But I think even like you can get organic frozen cauliflower. You know what I mean? So I think that the big thing is you could get like premium gourmet types of vegetables frozen. The big thing that concerns me is that just with all these things, all of the different differentiators in food make things complicated. And so Kathy can fill her freezer with organic broccoli, cauliflower, or whatever Kathy wants to use and make that easy on future Kathy. Okay. And then someone else who's like, you know what? But I can't afford that. Go to Smart and Final and get the jumbo 5 pounds of broccoli in the bag that is shockingly cheap. Okay. And you're going to save money. And it's going to be there in your freezer and you will have access to it. And I'm going to tell you that is a so while it's always more cool, okay? Because more expensive things tend to be. We know it's true. Just truth. Mm. Um, something like there's the different broccolis, the different heirlooms and stuff like that. You could get that frozen. But the key is to have a convenience item that's not the drive-through. Because we know for as much as all the fast food restaurants are telling us that their stuff is now it's healthy. Come on. And it's not I mean, some of it is a little bit maybe, but we tend to overeat it also. And then we just lapse into stuff we shouldn't be lapsing into. So anyway, allow yourself to have easy meals that are perfectly acceptable. That like allow your heart to accept it. You know what I mean? To say like this is what I'm going to eat on a bad day. I'm not cuz it's easy in a different mindset to wake up on a bad day and start trying to get that perfection because you're seeking some kind of fulfillment that day. Let it go. Like, no, I'm doing this easy thing because I prepared for it. When did you prepare? You prepared on a good day, which might be like today. You're preparing, you're getting your mind ready, you're looking up the 6-day challenge recipes, you're looking in the app, you're exploring, you're making your plans because you know it's a good day. You can plan. And so you know when you wake up on a bad day, you're ready for that. And that includes having that frozen broccoli, whether it be the big cheap old 5 pound package from Smart and Final or the organic one from Costco. I don't know if they sell frozen broccoli organic at Costco. I will have to check. Or hey, you could grow it yourself and freeze it. Grow an heirloom and freeze it. If someone's doing that, we need the pictures because that would be great. That would be great. If there's a universe where that's all I'm doing, I'm just like just farming, that's all I'm doing. That's it. I love it. I love it. Okay. And oh, and Kathy's saying that she used to get stuff from the farmer's market, but couldn't eat it all before it went bad. I'd be curious if you could eat it all now, or if you'd have a better sense of, because I mean, I eat a lot. I eat close to, a pound a day of produce, which is insane. But I have a good sense of my rhythm, which I feel like in the old days, a lot of stuff was spoiling because I didn't have a good rhythm going. Yeah. Okay. So, and let's see, and Audrey's having a problem finding the link. There should be links in the description of this video. Let's see. Um, and so right in the description of the video. But let's bring up who's ready down there to yap. Okay, Virginia has been here forever. I think Virginia, as we say among my sons, Virginia's growing a beard back there. And so let's see. I welcome to the stage, Virginia Jennings. Here we go. And I'm gonna mute myself just because I'm obviously super yappy, but you know how that sometimes echoes, so I'll mute myself. Virginia, it's so great to see you, though.
Hey, I am so excited, and I have my maracas in honor of two of my favorite soups. There may be more, but I made shrimp salsa verde soup. Woohoo! Arriba! And chicken enchilada soup. So I just want to say to people who are thinking about doing this that, and if you think to yourself, oh, there's no way I could just eat a soup and be full or happy or whatever, Just try it. Like 6 days of soup. Just do it. Do it. Now, how could I be here, Amanda, for 3.5 years and never eat broccoli cheddar soup until just the other day? I know.
That is
What?
surprising.
So you know what? I actually thought about this. I think what I'm going to do is in 2024, I'm going to challenge myself to try every single recipe you have because I have not. I have not tried them all. Salads, skillets, soups, whatever. I have not tried them all. And I need to because let me tell you this, your recipes are like the reason that I'm actually here and have been here for 3.5 years. That's it. I mean, well, I mean you because you're fabulous, and all the other bears because they're fabulous, and all this community because it's fabulous. But seriously, I hate, like with a passion, tracking anything, counting anything, trying to figure out what macros I need or whatever. I hate that with a passion, which is probably why things like Nutrisystem are so popular because I don't have to think. I just pick that thing off the shelf and eat it, and I've done 100 diets that way. But your recipes are so simple, just simple. Eat just a few ingredients and you're done. I mean, holy cow, you can expand it. And hang on, my pool guy is calling me. Okay, there, I'm done. Anyway, don't interrupt me when I'm in a live. Uh, I I started I started on the 17th, I guess, getting myself back into the groove again after I sort of let things slide after Thanksgiving. I mean, it wasn't terrible or, anything like that, but I sort of let myself slide and I could feel it. I just felt gross. So I got myself back in the groove on like the 17th and immediately, like within a week, I lost 7 pounds, which is unheard of for my body. So I was holding on to something, whatever it was, but it's gone now. And I feel so much better. And, one of the challenges we've always had is we go to a Mexican restaurant with our friends. And I had long ago given up the margaritas, but it was still sort of difficult to get exactly what I wanted. So we went yesterday, which was a big deal for in 5 months. We haven't done much of except be at home or in a hospital. And so we went with our friends for lunch yesterday. So it was a big outing. And I said to the waiter, this is what I want. I have this particular shrimp dish that I love the shrimp on this dish. It's just shrimp and garlic and butter. I love that shrimp. So I want that. And then fill a huge plate with vegetables and bring me that. That's what I want. No rice, no beans, no nothing else. Just vegetables, shrimp. I got exactly what I asked for. I got like a steamed vegetable medley sort of thing and fajita vegetables and a little salad and the shrimp on the plate. And it was fabulous. And I was so thrilled. And it was just such a great experience. It was just like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I can go where I want, when I want, with who I want, and eat the way I want. So it was just such a good, like, I got it thing.
That's amazing, and was it Jackie Pick who kinda taught us that? Like, just tell
Yeah.
them what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jackie is
amazing.
queen of that. Yeah. I have one more thing to say, and then I do need to go. But
Okay.
if you think you have to wait for a day when nothing else is going on and you can just like really focus on, what you're doing and da da da, don't. Because I'm telling you, the busier your day is, the easier it's going to be for you to eat one meal in that day. Just make sure you have all the ingredients, know what you're going to cook or fix or whatever, and do that and go about your busy day. Just go about it. Just be busy all day. It's much easier than going, hey, I got to clear my Got to clear my calendar, got to clear my slate, got to have, nothing else going on today. No, no. This fits into your life when you're so busy you got no time to do anything else. Seriously. Just, be prepared with the ingredients is all.
I agree with that 100%. And there have been times in these 5.5 years of maintenance where when I knew it was going to be a really busy season, I proactively tightened it up. And it actually made my life in that month easier, not harder. Now, sometimes there's like that learning curve and figuring out what to eat, but especially anyone who's even tried this at all and kind of has a sense of what to eat, that it's like putting that eating and that work and that chore in a box, and like it goes from this to this, and
Uh-huh.
then all that other busyness in your life is filled around it. And uh, and the thing is, if your life is that busy, you're also kind of set up for gaining. And I mean, I don't want to, to kind of speak badly to people, but like, let's recognize that that's why I do this when it's busy, because I know I'm about to do this if I don't. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I agree with you, Virginia. It's just time to go. Just time to go.
Yeah.
We've had people in the main stories group commenting about like they've been around for a few years and just and have a lot to lose, would have major life changes with weight loss, and like, oh, just can never get started. It's time to flip and get started. And
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
this minute, I feel like the more people are have had a struggle over the years, maybe this minute is the time.
Yeah.
um yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
have one more thing to say and
Oh,
then I
yes.
am going to go because this is big. You know that I have my place booked for Arkansas. I have
Yes.
place booked. I have my airline paid, my flights all paid for. I have the people I'm staying with all lined up. Like everything's in place. And I did that a long time ago. And you know what we have been going through these last 5 months. I spoke to my stepson on Christmas Day and asked if they would come stay with my husband for a weekend at least out of that week. And it's going to happen. So I'm going.
Okay. That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, and for everyone who has no clue, like, what's Virginia even talking about? So this is our big community-wide activity. There will be some of us meeting in person, but just like, I don't know, I just want it to spread all over the whole Milky Way universe. So there will be many, many people who will not be able to meet us in person.
Right.
Do not be disappointed, because you know, the we're gosh, but I'm so glad you're gonna come in person, Virginia.
Okay, I gotta go, but you guys, enjoy.
Okay.
I love y'all. Mwah.
Okay.
Thanks, Brenda.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Virginia. And you know what? We've lost Brenda, so I don't know what happened to Brenda. So Brenda was back here. I will vouch. I'm going to bring up Anna, both Anna and Georgia now. And so before we lose one of them, and maybe Brenda will roll back through here. And anyone, there's a link in the deep den. Anyone who wants to pop in and like do a little cameo, that would be cool. That'd be, oh my gosh, it's already at the top of the hour. So, because what we do, so those of you who are not like, we have weekly videos here in the deep den, and then at the top of the hour we go into what's called the project hub, which is a zoom based little thing where we chat. And so that happens at the top of the hour, and so that's what we always like scramble out of here. But we should take a few minutes and be a little bit late to the project hub today. Okay, how you guys doing?
Great. Yeah, I'm doing good now. I actually had to do a little bit of extra fasting to get over being sick. I had to. What happened to Georgia?
Yeah, what happened to, and because so Anna's been sick for a few weeks, you guys, and so
Three.
you were talking last week about some of the things you would be doing. So what is your plan for your amazing 2024 launch?
Yeah. I am preparing everything. I'm mainly preparing my mindset, but yeah, I'm basically making my list and checking it twice in a way that's going to actually help me. So, like, I'm picking my meals and organizing like the fridge because a lot of times you can't see behind or whatever, and when it's all lined up, it's a lot easier. to go. So that's kind of what I'm up to right now.
Well, and so having a clean fridge is great and it's its own value, but I really feel like that process of being in there is so
Yeah.
important. And you can even turn that up by like you're in there cleaning it and you're thinking, you're planning in your brain for January. And all of that just really sets your intention.
It
Really
does.
sets your
It does.
intention.
And I have to tell you, I just looked up my Facebook memories, and 12 years ago today, I wrote that I was ready to have some lasting, vigorous health because I guess we all got sick 12 years ago, especially Sarah. And I said, no more just a little carby holiday food, off to make soup. That is what I wrote 12 years ago. It's a good idea. It's a very good idea. It's the right time of year to just kind of focus on one thing. Yeah.
And what, like, am I muted? I'm not. I should mute
Sorry.
myself, but I'm going
Yeah.
to ask Georgia, what have you, what are you doing to build your own intentions and plans for 2024?
Frozen.
Georgia's frozen. Okay. Okay. Well, how funny. And then you just see like just this little smile of Georgia's. Okay. Well, it is great to see you, Georgia. You're totally frozen. Totally frozen.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Well, my goodness.
Yeah. And I just have to say, whatever you do, everybody, just like the happiness and the joy that you can find, it will spread. And you can, when you go out there, I was out there and my son and I started dancing to a song. Well, it's not a song, a big band, In the Mood, which is what my grandmother would always bounce us on our knee to. And we were just in a parking lot dancing in the car, and we look over, and there's these two women in a big van, and they're dancing and they're cheering us on. And you know what? That's what we need more of. We need more of just like encouraging each other. So whatever you do in your kitchen, whatever you do in your home, when you go out, have that awesome smile, and it's just going to spread. It is.
So Anna and I, we met maybe a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about this thing about spreading happiness in public. And so I tried it too as we traveled out here because most of the time I'm at home completely by myself. I'm spreading happiness. I don't know, to wildlife. I don't know who I'd be spreading it to. And so then I was out in the world at an airport, and I thought, oh, this is my chance to spread happiness. And it's great because it sets you in a whole new mood. But I have to
Yeah.
say that at airports, people don't look at other people like,
Mm-mm.
And
Nope.
so walking down the plane, we were late in boarding our plane, and we were in the back. And so walking down how many rows? 50 rows or whatever it was. I made eye contact with one person because everyone's just like this, just looking
Mhm.
down, and made eye contact and like smiled big. Hey. and he smiled back all big. But
Mhm.
one person, one. So we should
Yeah.
all also in our own lives be more open to other
Yeah.
people's happiness, maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my family now thinks I'm crazy. They're like, oh, and they just
It's
laugh because
okay.
then I'm of course trying to spread happiness to them. Like, teenagers, come on, we need some happiness. They're like, she is totally crazy. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
teenagers, they might not act like they like it, but they still like to have you in a good mood. They do.
Exactly. Come
Yeah.
on. This is
They
better than having the grumpy parent, surely, I think. So, okay, well, now we're meeting back here again, same time next Wednesday, and many of us will be right in that 6 days of soup challenge. And again, you can have salads if you want, or skillets, or whatever it is, and anyone can generate ridiculously big skillets and salads and all that from the Recipe Finder app. Or scrounge out anything. Look, you just like scrounge it out, guys, and join in our energy. But those resources are there for anyone who wants to sign up for the soup challenge, which I do recommend. Even if you're like, I am not eating soup, sign up because there's going to be good wisdom in there. And the app, you guys, thank you for your support. This is supporting yourself first, because you will have very good resources in it, and then that money will be folded back into the community, which then supports you doubly, because it supports like your future self, your future self in terms of the stories and stuff like that that we're going to be getting out there. So that's awesome. And let's see. And Jan asks if the soup recipes are out. They'll be out at about in a few hours. So that's my next thing after this. I'm going in and working on the soup recipes. So anyone who has signed up got a welcome email that said, hey, the soup recipes will come in late December. And all those people with that email will be getting an email by the end of today anyway. They'll roll out through later in the day with the recipes in them. Yep. And then if anyone who signs up, tomorrow or whenever next week, will get the recipes in their welcome email. Yeah. So, let's see. And, Jackie Pick says 2 challenges. Name a joy you have. Name something beautiful about yourself. You know what, Jackie? So that's what we're going to do next week. So we're going to come back. We're going to be in the middle of our soup challenge, and we're going to all be implementing and feeling fabulous. And that's what we should do. We should name a joy that we have, and we should name something beautiful about ourselves. I think that sounds really, really great. Okay, so next week. So we'll be here, video, in all of our yappiness. I think I'll be in the same place, I think, next Wednesday. Same time. And you guys, we're crushing it. We're crushing it. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. I really appreciate it. I love it. I love the energy. I am now going to benefit in my own weight loss from all y'all's energy. When I did this in 2017, I was just by myself. And I'm just going to lean into all the positivity and energy, just like flying all over the place here as we get into 2024. Okay, you guys, very good. We're now we're bugging out. I'm going to be working on recipes, and I think you may see Anna here in the project hub. And for anyone in the deep den, you find the project hub in the deep den. You go to the water cooler. It's the pin post at the top. Click, click, click. You get through there. Easy peasy. It's Zoom. And if you haven't been in there before and haven't used Zoom before, we can help you. Just click, click, click. You'll end up in there, and then you're like, I don't know where I am. We can help you. It's great. Okay. Okay, and a bunch of links in this description. Pretty much anything you're asking about, it's there. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care. Love you guys.